Hello, everybody. Welcome to After Further Review. I'm your host, Steve Tower, and after a week off, we are ready to kick off a big game week here. And I thought, why not go back through history and pick out a couple of games that both of the competitors in this Sunday's game have been in. Two games that were very close in their real score, and we'll see if hopefully we'll have two exciting games tonight. So we're traveling back in time to be February of 1989 for the big game 23 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. This was a game that ended with the drive, where Joe Montana let his team down. They were trailing 16-13, and he calmly and coolly led them down the field for a go-ahead score. A couple of fun stories from that game and interviews that I've read later in life. And welcome to everybody who's jumping in here. I see Dale Cross, Charles H., Fast Action Board Games. I don't think I've seen you in the chat room before. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. The big game 23, probably everybody's heard the story about when Joe Montana got into the huddle when they took the field. They had about 3 minutes left. They were down 16-13, and they got into the huddle, and Joe Montana said, "Hey, is that John Candy in the in the front row there?" And he just, he earned his Joe Cool moniker for that. And then the other fun story about that game is I heard an interview with Boomer Esiason quite a few years later, and he said, because he had just driven his team down to get the go-ahead field goal to go up 16-13, and so he's over at the sidelines, and all of a sudden all the Disney people are around him, and he said a producer comes up to him and saying like, "Hey, make sure you know the line, right? When the game's over, we're going to ask you, Boomer Esiason, you just won the Super Bowl. Where are you going?" And, of course, then he could say, "We're going to Disney." And he said, they have all these cameras and everything all around him. And then as the 49ers are going down and they score, he said, just as fast, he turned around and all the cameras were gone. The Disney producers were gone. So I thought that was funny, just all these things behind the scenes that happen for the big game. And then our second game of the doubleheader, we're heading all the way back at the time machine to February of 2002 for big game 36. This was where the Greatest Show on Turf was looking to get their second Lombardi Trophy, but they came up short in, of course, the first game of the Patriots dynasty, where a young Tom Brady led him down the field for the winning field goal by Vinatieri. Of course, so many things from that game. The Ty Law interception that gave him the lead. And of course, for that last drive, the infamous, well, I guess famous now because he owned up to it, but John Madden saying that he doesn't like what the Patriots are doing, that they should just play for overtime, and then all of a sudden him saying, "Well, now I kind of like what they're doing." So so hopefully we'll have a couple of fun games here tonight, and see if we'll rewrite history, or if Fast Drive Football will recreate those scores. And so for anybody hopping on who has not seen Fast Drive Football, this is a creation of friend of the show, Al Wilson, and it is a completely free game. Everything is free to download, and he now has every season set available from 1960 on. It is a charity-ware, so just ask if you enjoy what you're playing to make a donation to one of your favorite charities. All right, so here we go. We've got our teams out here. The 1988 Cincinnati squad, 12-4 champions of the AFC. And, of course, the San Francisco 49ers, led by Coach Bill Walsh. They were only 10-6 that year, coming out of the NFC West, but they came up big when it mattered. So For this game, Cincinnati will be considered the visitor, so we'll roll the coin toss for them. And because this is taking place at a neutral site, per the suggestion in the rule book by Al, one team will be considered the home team for the first half if that ever comes up in a result, and then the other team will be the home squad for the first half. So for both of these games, the visiting squad, who will be here on the left of the top screen, they'll be considered the home team for the first half, and then the other team will be the home team for the second half. So Cincinnati, they'll get the coin toss. If it comes up a dot, they get the ball first, and if it comes up blank, they'll get the ball in the second half. So here we go. Here is the coin toss, and indeed it is blank. So they are going to have the ball to start the second half, and they're going to kick off to the 49ers. All right, and here we go. We are underway as D. Scott Howard joins us just in time for kickoff. Welcome, everybody. There is a poll open in the chat room if you want to cast your vote for who's going to win the game this Sunday. And it looks like right now it is a 50-50 split. All right, so here we go. The kickoff is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And Joe Montana and company will come out in average field position to start the game. All right, and the other thing that I'll have to remember after playing modern seasons for a while is any result in this rule book that has one of the three special symbols, it will result in a fumble because this is from the 1988 season. So there are three different symbols that add fumbles for earlier seasons, earlier to 2017, then earlier to 2001, and then earlier to 1990. So all three of those. So might have a lot of turnovers in the game. Let's see what happens. 49ers with the ball, and here's the first drive of the big game here, of our first big game doubleheader. 1-3-4 is the roll. Poor field position, no. Inept defense, no. But they'll come down for a field goal attempt. And that's going to be a quick drive. So it must be Montana found Rice for a big gain down the sidelines. But then they were not able to capitalize on that. But they'll come out for a field goal attempt. Their field goal rating only 11-51. Oh, and indeed that is going to miss, and so no points up on the board, and Cincinnati is going to take over in average field position. All right, so let's see. I have a couple of Wikipedia pages open, as well as Pro Football Reference. Let's see. So it's Mike Coffer who was the field goal kicker for the 49ers that season, and he is going to miss the first chance to get points on the board. All right, so here comes Boomer Esiason and company back on the field for the first time. Let's see what they do. See if they can take an early lead. 1-2-4. Well, and here we go. Season prior to 2014. Yes, quarterback throws into coverage, interception. Oh no. Throws into coverage. 2 ticks will come off the clock. And let's see what happens. We'll give that interception to Eric Wright. And he is going to get a good return. But a tackle will save a pick 6. And San Francisco is going to get the ball back. And they will be in great field position for their second drive. Still no score. We're at the 11:15 mark of the first quarter. 2-4-5 is the roll. Let's see, dynamic offense or soft defense. Well, actually, San Francisco, that is the only quality they have on offense is dynamic. So, yes, offense moves into great field position, which they already are. All right, so 1 dot off the time, and we will roll again. 1-2-6. Let's see, reliable offense, no, or meek defense, no. So Cincinnati has no qualities on defense. Shaky offense or aggressive defense, no. Oh, so after all that, it's just going to end up being a punt. So 3 ticks come off the clock. But San Francisco, their drive stalls after they get past midfield. Here is the punt, and Cincinnati will get it back in average field position. Let's see. Midlife Crisis has joined us in the chat room. That's a very existential. I wasn't sure I was ready for Midlife Crisis to join me here. Let's see. I think that the game at the time set a record for the most offense. So in the actual game, Cincinnati only scored one touchdown, and it was off of a punt return, I believe, or a kick return. But yeah, everything else was just field goals for Cincinnati. 255 is the roll. Let's see if Boomer can get something going here. Staunch defense, no. So San Francisco has a semi-stiff and disciplined defense. They are not in great field position, and it's not an undisciplined defense. So that is going to be another punt, but they'll get a chance to pin them deep. And 3 ticks will come off the clock. We're already under 5 minutes to go for the first quarter. Let's see. Ooh, a 12. The 49ers do have an electric punt returner. So let's see. Punt backed up at 12. Oh, we need to roll a die. And, it is not odd. But it's still going to be a pretty good return, and they will get up into average field position. All right, scoreless game. Let's see. We have 3:30 on the clock, or 3:45 rather. 3-5-6 is the roll. Reliable or disciplined offense? No, not a meek defense. That's going to be an interception. So now both teams have an interception. 2 ticks come off the clock. Let's see what Cincinnati can do with that. And a decent return, but they'll be in average field position with 1:15 on the clock. As Bill from High Volume Games joins us in the chat room. Welcome, Bill. Thanks for tuning in. All right, here we go. Scoreless first quarter, and this will take us into the second quarter. Let's see. Dull offense, no. Runner turns the corner and has nothing but daylight. You know what that means? As that will take us into the second quarter. So no score in the first. But early in the second, Icky Woods is going to find the end zone. And it's time time to dance, Cincinnati. Come on for the extra point. And the extra point is good. Cincinnati on top, 7-0. All right. So first score on the board, and it's the Bengals. Let's see. This will be an average starting position for the 49ers. So, it's been a story of defense so far. Cincinnati holding the 49ers in check. Can they keep that up? 2-3-4. Dull or undisciplined? No, not a staunch defense. Well, no, I guess that answers that. That is going to be a touchdown. So, Montana, Rice, touchdown. And just 2 ticks off the clock. Montana answers right back, and it is knotted up at 7 apiece. So a very short-lived lead for Cincinnati. They'll come back out in average field position. 11:15 on the clock for the first quarter. Or for the first half, rather. 2-6. Let's see. Cincinnati, they are not a secure offense. It is not a passive defense. That is going to be a fumble. Oh, no. So Icky giveth, and he taketh away. 2 ticks come off the clock. There is a fumble ball on the field. 49ers going to fall on top of it and rumble up near their, we'll say about their 35. So they will come back out in average field position. Tie game. 49ers back with the ball. Let's see. 1-2-6. Reliable offense or meek defense? No. Shaky or aggressive? No. So that is just going to be a punt in our first 4-tick drive. That'll take us under 5 minutes. So a punt will roll the red die to see if it's any extra time added, and it's not. So Cincinnati will get a decent return. And they will probably end the half with this drive. Let's see what happens. They are, well, I was going to say that they're efficient. They're semi-efficient. But this will take us to the end of the drive. Let's see, or the end of the half. 3, 4, 5. Dynamic or home offense? Well, they're the home offense for the first half. So, yes, they are going to get into field goal range. And let's see if they can take the lead as time expires in the first half. And indeed, they do. So there we go. As we go into the half, Cincinnati is on top 10-7. All right. There we go. Oh, as RGL has joined us in the chat room. Welcome. Let's see. Kraz with a question. Was it the 81 season that had the catch? Yes. The 81 season was when the 49ers, they beat the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. The catch to Dwight Clark. And then they went on to win the Super Bowl as well. All right. So here we go. Let's look up at Wikipedia. The halftime show for the big game 23, it was Bebop Bamboozled, South Florida area dancers and performers, including Elvis Presto. Wow. That's pretty interesting. Billy Joel actually sang the national anthem for this game. And let's see, for the coin toss, they had Nick Bonacotti, Bob Greasy, and Larry Little came out and did the coin toss. All right, so here we go. For the second half, Cincinnati will get the ball first, but now San Francisco will be considered the home team if that comes up. And this kickoff will sail into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. So here we go. Cincinnati will start the second half with the ball, with the lead, 10-7. Can they hold on and win their first championship? Poor field position, no. Great field position, no. They're going to punt. Oh, but there's one of the symbols, so that's going to be a fumble. Oh, no. So a nice long opening drive stalls out, and then there is a fumble. First, let's see if there's extra time taken off, and there is. So that means that 2 more ticks will come off the clock. And now let's see what happens on the fumble return. It's going to be a good return, and San Francisco will start in great field position after the fumble recovery. Oh, boy. And a chance to take the lead for the first time. They have not led so far this game. We're almost, we're halfway through the third quarter already. All right, 3-4 is the roll. Solid offense, no. Mild or undisciplined defense, no. That is going to be a punt. And the 49ers struggles continue here. They had that one good drive, but not able to put anything else together. But here is a fantastic punt that will pin Cincinnati deep. Let's see, for the 49ers, that would have been Barry Helton, a young Barry Helton, doing the punting for the 49ers, and a good one there as he pins Cincinnati deep in their own territory. Let's see, we have 5 minutes left in the third quarter of a 10-7 game. Oh, but there's the 1-3-5 roll. That is going to be another fumble. That is the third fumble of the game for Cincinnati. Oh, no. So San Francisco winning the turnover battle, but not winning on the scoreboard. Let's see what happens on this fumble return. 3, I believe, is going to put him into average field position. Okay, so here we go. Just 1:15 on the clock for the third quarter. This will take us into the final quarter of the game. 10-7, a tight contest here. 4-4-5 is the roll. They are not an erratic offense. Stiffer disciplined defense, no. So that's going to be a field goal attempt. All right, so let's see. So for San Francisco, they have missed one field goal. This will take us 2 ticks into the fourth quarter. And so we had no score. And that's, all right, well, let's see. So this is Mike Coffer coming on to try to tie the game up. He's already 0 for 1, but that one is going to be right down the middle. And it is 10-10 with 12:30 on the clock for the game. All right. Here is the ensuing kickoff. That will also sail through the end zone. Some history lessons going on in the chat room. RGL telling us, let's see, he was trying to throw the ball away. Is that true? I hadn't heard that he was trying to throw it away. I mean, it was an insane play for sure. And really was the beginning of the end for old Tom Landry. All right, let's see. Cincinnati with the ball. Tie game. What a fantastic game this has been. 5-6-6. Let's see. Shaky offense. No. Not a staunch defense. Uh-oh, that is going to be a touchdown. A touchdown pass. Let's see. So that's going to be Boomer finding. He'll find Eddie Brown in the corner of the end zone for the go-ahead score. And and here comes the extra point. The extra point is going to be no good. Their extra point is 11-64, and we get a 65. So it's a it's a 16-10 game. With the Bengals out in front. Let's see. We have 8:30 on the clock here for the game. San Francisco comes back out. Can they respond? Oh, let's see. 4-6-6. Staunch defense. No. Oh, impressive drive. Ends with a great pass and catch. Oh, you can't stop Joe Montana. You can only hope to contain him. There we go. Oh, and that's a very long drive, too. Another 4 ticks come off the clock. Let's see. And so the game is tied right now. And now a very, very important extra point. And the extra point is good. So San Francisco takes the lead late. Ooh, that's easy for me to say. We have 3:45 on the clock. Cincinnati will get the ball back in average field position. Oh, boy. Can Boomer lead him down the field one more time? Let's see. Well, it's going to be a quick drive. 1-2-4. 1-2-4. Oh, no. Season prior to 2014. Yes, that's going to be an interception. Oh, and that's probably going to do it. Oh, boy. So Ronnie Lott's going to come up with a big interception that will probably seal the game. San Francisco will be in average field position. There are 2 ticks left. If there was one, they could kneel it out. And they are not an efficient team. But let's see what happens. 1-1-3. Poor field position. No, not an inept defense. A field goal attempt, but with the 3, that'll just take them to the end of the game. And there we go. Wow, so we were, actually, and if they had kicked that field goal, the score would have ended exactly the same. But we didn't need to kick it. We just go to the end of the court. But, wow. Yeah, that would have made it 20-16. So there we go. Joe Montana and company, they hoist the trophy. Your final, 17-16, in almost a repeat. That's funny. If they hadn't missed that field goal on the opening drive, the score would have ended exactly the same as in real life. But so unfortunately, Sam Weish and company, they'll have to go back to the drawing board and try again. But for the 49ers, they are champions of the world, and they're the team of the 80s once again. All right, so we'll reset the field, and we are going to travel down. Let's see. I believe that Super Bowl 36 was in New Orleans, right? So yes, we're traveling down to the bayou All right, so we'll put those teams away, and here we go. So it's the St. Louis Rams, and they're well, actually, I guess at this point it's their retro blue and gold uniforms, and your AFC champion New England Patriots, who will choose to come out of the gate as a team instead of being introduced individually. So a little trivia. That was, and yes, Boomer is sad again. He is not going to Disneyland. So prior to this Super Bowl, teams would be, or the players would be introduced individually. And so the St. Louis Rams, they were all introduced individually. The players came out one at a time, and then New England came out, and they wanted to be introduced as a team, and they just came out. And since then, I believe that every team has done that going forward. They just come out as a team instead of individual player introductions for the Super Bowl. Neat little bit of trivia. All right, so here we go. So same thing. St. Louis will be considered the visiting squad. So they'll roll for the coin toss. And then for for the home team, St. Louis will be considered the home team for the first half, and New England for the second half. All right, so here we go. Here is the coin toss, and it's going to be St. Louis getting the ball first. So New England will get it to open up the second half. All right, here we go. Mike Martz leading the greatest show on turf. Let's see. If history repeats itself, or if their high-flying offense will win them their second championship. All right, so let's see. They'll start out in average field position. Midlife Crisis says, curious about this one. No sports sim knew how to card the Pats because they were so average across the board. Yeah. Very, very true. So, yes, as you can see, the only quality that this New England team has is they are semi-staunch on defense, and they do have an electric punt returner. Whereas St. Louis has a lot of great qualities on offense, although they do have the clumsy quality, and they're semi-staunch and semi-stiff. But they were able to pull it off. Let's see if Fast Drive Football can recreate that. Here we go. So Warner out on the field. Boy, and actually, one of the things that's funny about this, if you look at the Wikipedia page for this, well, actually for all the Super Bowls, they at the bottom of it they list the rosters, and it highlights who's in the Hall of Fame. And so for this game, the Rams actually had. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 players that ended up in the Hall of Fame. Orlando Pace, their tackle, Isaac Bruce, Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, and Enos Williams. And for New England, right now, only Ty Law is in the Hall of Fame, but you got to figure that there'll be at least one more, maybe a couple more players from that, but I don't think I ever realized that there was 5 Hall of Famers on this St. Louis Rams squad. So, all right, so here we go. Kurt Warner and company out on the field, and let's get this underway. 3-3-4 is the roll. Let's see, solid offense, no. Mild or undisciplined defense, no. So that is going to be a punt. Patriots defense gets their first stop of the game, and here is the punt. And New England will come out in the field, and they'll be in average field position to start their first drive. So here we go. Young Tom Brady out there. Let's see what he can do. 2, 3, 6. Prolific, no. They're not porous. So that will be a punt. Another 2 ticks will come off the clock. They'll punt it away. 33, I believe that's average. Yep. So St. Louis back out in the field for their second drive. We'll start in average field position. This will be a quick one. 1-1-6. Prolific. They were absolutely prolific. Let's see. So that is going to be a touchdown run. So that means Marshall breaks one, rumbles down the sideline for the score. And the Rams are on the board first. Here is the extra point. It is up and it is good. And it's St. Louis 7, New England nothing. Here early in the first. All right, New England back out on the field. Let's see if they can respond. 266. Passive defense, no. Clumsy or active, no. So they will have to punt once again. Punt back to St. Louis. Will put them in average field position. Let's see if Kurt Warner and company can add to their lead. 1-3-6. Oh, indeed they will. Prolific offense, yes. Defensive back bites on the pump fake. Wide receivers wide open. That means it's going to Bruce for the touchdown pass. Uh-oh. 2 more ticks come off the clock. We're under 5 minutes to go. And this is probably how a lot of people thought the actual game would go at the time. Oh, whoop. And it is 14-0. All St. Louis early in the game. New England back out on the field. 3:45 on the clock. And oh no, that's the 1-3-5 roll. No. Rusher breaks through the line, but a clean hit knocks the ball loose. Oh no, a fumble. The first turnover of the game. It's going to happen with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. The Rams pick it up. Oh no. All right, they almost rumbled for a defensive score, but they will set their offense up in great field position. Oh boy. All right, let's see. Craw saying, oh yeah, Marshall Faulk absolutely was a beast for sure. Really ahead of his time for a back that could run and catch. And yes, indeed, this was the 9/11 season where everything just stopped for a couple of weeks. And so there were a lot of good tributes before this game and during the game. I believe this was the year that Budweiser had that really good commercial with the horse kneeling in front of the fire truck. I think that was that year. All right, here we go. Let's see. St. Louis back with the ball and in great field position. 4-5-6. Season prior to 87, no. Definitely not a dull offense. Oh no, that's going to be another touchdown run. This will take us into the second quarter as Marshall Faulk breaks another one off. So this will take us 2 ticks into the second quarter. All right, so they had 14 and none to New England. Oh boy, and this one might become a runaway. Boy, maybe I should start over again. The extra point is good. And suddenly it is 21-0. Uh-oh. What is going on there? All right, so kicking off back to New England. Ooh, 12. Boy, we could use... that's going to be a great return, and that will put them into great field position. Really need a score here. Can't let it get too far out of hand. Let's see if they can answer back. 3-6-6. Poor field position. No. Oh, there we go. Offense pushes downfield and caps a drive with a short pass for 6 points. There we go. So it's Brady to Patton. And New England is on the board here with 10 minutes to go. In the first half, the extra point is up and good. And back to a 2-score game. Let's see. Ooh, 16 on the kickoff. They do not have a electric return, so it'll just be average field position for St. Louis. Let's see how they respond. 2-4-5. They are a dynamic offense. So they move into great field position. We'll take 1 tick off the clock. And let's see what they do here. 1-2-6. Reliable offense or meek defense? No. shaky. No, they're clumsy, but not. All right, so they're going to have to punt. So after all that, they end up just taking 2 ticks off the clock and punting it back. And it's going to be another great punt return, and New England in great field position once again. Here we go. Let's see. 2-5 the roll. Dull offense, no. Staunch defense. Oh, they don't get the dot. They're a semi-staunch, and that is going to lead to a touchdown run for New England. Oh boy, and here come the Patriots. Let's see. So we'll give that to Antoine Smith. The rushing touchdown. The extra point is up and good. And don't look now, but it's 21-14 with 5 minutes to go in the half. And a touchback on the ensuing kickoff. Here comes St. Louis. They got 5 minutes left to go. They are a semi-efficient team. Should that become a factor here. 2-4. Reliable offense, no. Not an aggressive defense. They're only staunch. So they're going to have to punt. Let's see. They did get the dot to be efficient. So I think they're going to use that. And instead of taking 2 ticks, they'll take 3 ticks off the clock. And leaving New England with just 1:15 to work with. Here is the punt. And that's going to leave New England in average field position. So not a whole lot they can do here. They need to get a 1 on the red die. Otherwise, we're heading into the half. And no, we got a 4. All right, so that'll be the end of the half. And it is St. Louis ahead 21-14. They were on top 21-0 at one point. And New England will get the ball to start the second half. All right. Let's see. And, hey, we got our first bot in the chat room. Let me get rid of him. There we go. All right. So, and let's check on our poll, our viewer poll right now. Let's see, has Los Angeles on top 54-46%. Who is going to win. If you haven't had a chance to vote, or you're just hopping in, please drop a vote in there. We'll close it at the end of the show and see how the audience does when we come back next week after the big game. All right, so here we go. It's going to be a kickoff, and it'll just be a touchback. All right, so here we go. No, it's actually New England will get the ball to start the second half, and now they will be the home team. All right, here we go. 1-score game. Let's see what happens. 3-5-6. Reliable or disciplined offense? No. Not a meek defense. Oh, no, that's going to be an interception. Oh, no. Let's see. Wow, is that the first turn? Oh, no, it's the second turnover of the game for New England. And it was a nice long drive going on, too. All right, that was our first 4-tick drive. So first we'll roll to see if 2 more ticks come off. They don't. Now here's the interception result. And it was in the red zone too. All right, so the good news is that St. Louis will take over in poor field position. All right, they got the ball. They have the lead, but they're pinned deep. Let's see what they can do. 1-1-2 punishing defense. No, but not a soft defense. So it's going to be a punt. So they'll pick up 1 first down, but then not able to do anything out after that. So here comes the punt unit. And New England able to avoid any damage from that turnover. Let's see what no, another 1-3-5. I might have to retire these dice. That is going to be another fumble. Back-to-back drives end in a turnover. Let's see what happens with this. And a 4, I believe, puts them in great field position. Yes. So the St. Louis defense doing the work here in the second half so far. Let's see if the offense can capitalize. 3-4-6. They are in great field position. Oh, no. The receiver dives over the pylon for a touchdown. Touchdown pass for St. Louis. Takes 2 ticks off the clock. Let's see. We'll give that one to Torrey Holt. Gets his first score of the game. Here is the extra point. The extra point is good. And it is 28-14, a 2-score game. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Let's see, a 16 on the kickoff. We don't have a electric for kickoff return, so that's just going to be an average return. All right, Brady and company down by 2 scores. 3:45 on the clock in the third quarter. 3-3-4 is the roll. Solid offense, no. Mild or undisciplined defense, no. That is going to be a punt. Uh-oh, not looking good for history repeating itself in this one. 62, I believe that still keeps them. Yes. So St. Louis will be in average field position. 1:15 left to go in the third quarter. And we get our first triples roll. All right, they're in average field position, so we'll be reading from table A. And let's see. Oh, an 11. Oh, look at that. A punt snap is muffed, picked up and returned by the defense for a touchdown. Oh, excellent. All right, and that'll take us into the third quarter. We'll use the red die for the timing, or into the fourth quarter, rather. Let's see. So it was just 1 score for St. Louis in that third quarter. But there we go. Special teams poetically has come up huge here. So a punt, fumble, and New England touchdown. All right. Here's the extra point. The extra point is up and good. And it's a 1-score game. We've got ourselves a ball game here once again. Lots of time left. 12:30 on the clock. So St. Louis back with the ball. Here in a 1-score game. 1-2-6. Reliable offense or meek defense? No. Shaky or aggressive? No. So they're going to have to punt. 2 ticks come off the clock, and with 10 minutes to go, Brady and company will have a chance to come down and tie the game. They will be in average field position. All right, here we go. 3, 5, 6. Reliable or disciplined? No. Meek. Oh, no, that's going to be an interception again. Oh. Darn it all. Wow. Lots of mistakes here on the New England offense. Let's see. So St. Louis will take back over in average field position. Uh-oh. And now they need the New England defense to do something. And that is not going to be it. Wow. If we would have got a 5-6-6, but we didn't. It's a 5-5-6. They're not in poor field position. That's going to be a touchdown. Wow. Uh-oh. And more importantly, it takes 4 ticks off the clock. And they're going to use their efficient quality to take another tick. Uh-oh, that might be the dagger. Bruce is going to pick up his second touchdown pass of the game. Extra point is good. And that is probably going to do it. Let's see. Here is the kickoff. New England in average field position. Oh, darn. I thought we were going to have a photo finish. Well, let's see if we can get one big play here. It's going to be another fumble. All right. Well, the next time we get together here, I'll have brand new dice for the table. That is going to be another fumble. And that is going to do it. I'll take 1 tick off the clock. Let's see what happens on the fumble. St. Louis will have it in average field position, and then with just 1 tick left, they will kneel it out for the end of the game. So there we go. The greatest show on turf gets their revenge. as they walk away with a 35-21 win here. And so what's funny is after I printed these cards out this afternoon, I decided to roll out both of these games beforehand. And I actually came up with the same exact score as what happened in real life with New England winning 20-17. I wish I had recorded that one, but oh well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. It really is one of those amazing things that New England was able to beat this squad, and I guess kind of in the same way that in 2007 how the Giants beat New England. I remember actually when Al was carding that season, he sent me a message and he's like, "So how exactly did New England lose that Super Bowl?" Because he's like, I'm making this card set, and I don't know if you've seen the 2007 card for New England, but it's pretty spectacular. So, all right, well there we go, folks. That's gonna do it for now. I will not have a show Wednesday, but hopefully I'll have a big game pre-play this Friday. So we'll actually have the two teams that are actually in the Super Bowl this year. I've got those printed out, ready to go, and we'll see if we can predict the score of the real big game. All right, and I'll close the poll. Our final for the poll was Los Angeles eked out a win, 53%. So let's see. I think that's probably who I'm thinking is going to win. I'm a little biased for it. My brother is a lifelong Rams fan, so I'll be happy. If the Rams do win this coming weekend. But how could you not be happy if Cincinnati won this weekend? If there's ever a fan base that deserves to get a championship, it's Cincinnati. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for now. Hopefully, I will see you Friday. But until then, my name's Steve. Get out there, have fun, play games, and I will see you after further review. Have a good night, everybody.